Luke John Harrison here. Welcome to episode 169 of the Daily Boom! And today, this morning, for your little bit encouragement, you didn't like that, Susie, did you? The cat's looking at us like I've just shit in our bed. So, commodities. Things that we see all the time, that we take for granted, that are just there. Are you one of these? Are you a commodity? If you're in business, are you doing the same thing as everybody else is doing? Are you competing on price? Are you telling the same stories as others are telling at work? Are you having the same frustrations as other people? Are you discussing how you're both struggling with the same thing? Now, I just want you to think about commodities that we have. Like certain types of food, certain types of music, certain types of drinks, certain types of services, certain types of people, right? Common, if you will. Commodity, common commodity, right? Something that we're used to seeing. Now there's a lovely picture that I shared a little while ago, and it was just a little cartoon drawing of a bunch of people. And it says, who wants change? And everybody puts their hands up. And everybody wants change. You want change. You want something better from your lifestyle. You want to be less anxious. You want to be more in control. You want to lose weight. You want to get fit and strong and healthy and confident. And then on that picture just underneath, it said, who wants to change? And most people put their hand down. Because everyone wants to change, but they don't want to change their habits. No, they don't want to eat clean. No. Come on, nobody wants to do that. Come on, I don't want to give up bread. I don't want to stop drinking alcohol. I don't want to stop having fun. When I tell people I don't really drink, people think I'm weird. They don't understand it, eh? So what do you do? Like, what do you do? People say I can go on a night out and take the car, and they're like, how do you do that? Why are you doing that? Why aren't you having a drink? You get boring. You're boring. Let go a little bit. No, maybe you need to actually smarten up a little bit. Slow down a little bit, Luke. No, well, maybe you need to speed up a little bit. The fact is, when we want change, we have to be willing to accept a change in ourselves first. Otherwise, we're going to continue to start on Monday. We're going to continue to complain about our lack of talent, our lack of confidence, our lack of funds, our lack of time. We complain about a lack of all these things, yet those things are actually in abundance. But the story in our head tells us so. We have a commodity-based thinking that we are just meant to be this way, that we are just meant to be part of the herd. We are meant to just be the same as everybody else. Well, evidence says that because I've lived this way however many years, so this is what I'm going to expect. It takes a little bit of an extra level of thinking to view yourself as special, to view yourself as not a commodity. So you never have to degrade yourself in a way that, you just choose the easier option because it's you. You are powerful beyond measure. You have something special in you. You might not believe it yet, but every single person on this earth was born with a purpose. And you might be searching for that right now. You might be trying to think, well, I haven't found it yet. It's been 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and I'm still struggling. Okay, so what are you going to do to change it? The fact is, things that have happened up until this point in your life, likelihood is a lot of it's not your fault. Some of it might be. Some of it might not be. You might have been abused as a child. You might have had a very, very abusive relationship. You might have had a terrible upbringing. You might have had a really rough time with your friends. You might have had a really rough time with your health. You might have, been in a really rough time financially, etc. But although this might not be your fault, it is your problem. And problems need a solution-based thinking, like, what am I going to do to change this? Everybody looks for the right strategy. What strategy am I going to use next? Oh, that diet worked for him. Hey, oh, that supplement, everyone's raging about it. Oh, hey, tell you what, loads of people are buying cherries now. Let's go and get some cherries, and then it'll sort me problem out. Loads of people are buying that certain fruit now. It'll sort me problems out. Loads of people are doing this now. Hey, stop looking for the next strategy if your mindset is fucked. What is important to understand is that you cannot out-goal set an unsuccessful mindset. That is why you keep starting on Monday. That is why you keep failing in the things that you say you want to do, or you're going to do, or you'd love to do, and you never do. There's not enough... What's the word I'm looking for? There's not enough enthusiasm behind wanting to do it. Now, I understand the world is sedated, the world is tired, the world is pissed off, the world just doesn't know how to change, because you know you should be making better food choices. You know you should be making an effort to go and exercise. You know that you should be making an effort to be a better person and a more enthusiastic and positive person, but you're just surrounded by negativity and the environment is bringing you down. And you want to accept change, but you're not willing to change. You're not willing to say, well, maybe I do have to start actually preparing food rather than just eating the shit that's there. Maybe I actually do have to stop going out with those people who just drink all the time, because I don't want to drink. But the reason I do it is because I don't want to be viewed as boring. Maybe it's time that I stop telling myself I can't afford it, it's too expensive, when I'm spending loads of money very frequently on loads of other shit which I don't really need. I just have to have. There's always a decision within ourselves to step back from what we see and change our perspective, if you will. Because have you ever overthought something so much, and then the event has passed or whatever, and you thought to yourself, why was I so worried about that? I wasted so much time and energy and effort and money and resources, and I was just exhausted. And then when it happened, I was like, I don't want to have to go through that again. It wasn't even as bad as I thought. You might have had that situation. But you know the kicker, that situation, you created it all yourself. Because your mindset wasn't right. You cannot out-goal set an unsuccessful mindset. And so if you're wanting to change your life and you have an unsuccessful mindset and you just think, I'll try, you expect to maybe fail, then you're going to fail. In order to change your expectations of yourself, you need to change the way you think. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes time. So I want to leave this on a note of it's Thursday, and I'm going to start pitching something to you on a Thursday. People say, well, you shouldn't pitch. Shouldn't be salesy. Okay. As far as I'm aware, if you have a product or a service of some kind that is going to help somebody, it is your duty to offer that product or service. If you have a product or service that could change somebody's life for the rest of their life, and they would be eternally grateful, you have a duty to offer that product or service. Don't ever feel under pressure. I give every single day. And this is part of me giving back, so I want you to know every single Thursday I'm going to pitch to you for something that I have to offer for you to buy. And if you don't like it, you can just unfriend me, that's fine. But that's what I'm going to do, because I have a duty to help people, and I can only truly help the ones that really want to be helped. I appreciate you all for listening to these words, for sharing them, for hopefully being inspired each and every day by the Daily Boom, and this will continue to go on. But think about what I've said about the unsuccessful mindset and all these goals that you try to make for yourself and they're just never successful. Because we just say these things without any real meaning. And we are not prepared to change ourselves. Accepting change is one thing, but actually actively changing yourself is another. And that's the hard bit. It's simple, but it's hard. It's not easy. I know this. Share these words, guys, for anyone that needs to hear them. Peace out. I'll see you later for a pitch.